Hello, Valley Brigade. We are back with our third video on the Nabalis Canyon because we did have an issue with the one that we received, but Nabalis sent me out a new one for free. This one has a really big, I guess, factory defect, the one that I got in the first time, because I've changed out the hardware, hurt myself in the process because my dumbass didn't put gloves on, and I tried everything because I really wanted to light this ballast on, and I was flipping it until the new one came in. So we got the cheese, which was my first ballast song, and the new one is actually comparable to the cheese, other than the momentum that the Canyon has. I didn't do an unboxing for the new one because it had the same. It was the same order. It was just either they actually looked at the new one, which is this one, and they did quality control for this one, which still took 2 weeks to come out because it's coming from China. And it was still the same order. It came with a little bag, came with stickers and all that stuff. But this one feels better. It does. The old one feels very clinky, and I know you're probably looking at it and going, oh, what's the factory defect? Can you tell? I haven't opened it yet, but can you tell the factory defect? Look at the blade, how it sits in the handle, and how the blade in the new one sits in the handle. It's not much in the handle compared to this one. And it's the handle gap. So we're going to open the new one, and then I'm going to open the old one. Handle gap is comparable to the cheese, even though I've been flipping that for over a month. The old one came like this. Alright, so either the profile and the handles are messed up, or the profile with the blades messed up. Nabalis wants this back. I'll send it to them, but if they let me keep it, maybe I'll do some anodizing to this, do some practice anodizing, and then some anodizing to this. And then the problem with this blade too is you can't see it on camera. I don't know if I can pick it up. It still moves up and down like this. Like, it's normal to go up and down like that with the play, you know, which I've tried tuning it the best as I can. But before I changed out to new hardware, it moved up and down a lot this way, and the play was crazy. I opened it yesterday. I was so tired because it's the first, had some errands to run. But if you notice, there's still some play there. But I think there's still more play in this one than this one. And my only gripe with the new one is, if I can get that in there. I know it's upside down. The laser etching for the Nabalis, I can see it. I don't know if it picks up a camera. It's not as good as the cheese and this one. See how dark that is on the old one? But, you know, that's me nitpicking. My thing here was, even as a new Balisong user, I've done enough reviews, enough research, and everything. I knew there was something wrong with this one. I just knew there was. It doesn't flip as good as the new one, with what limited stuff I know on flipping. But this feels clinky and bouncy compared to the new one they sent out. And this is the new one they sent out is more comparable, like I said, to the cheese, if I already said it or not. And the handle gap is comparable to the cheese. This one is not. There's a handle gap, and I'm holding it. Look, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So it's not me. It's not me, and you can tell in my hands, it's not me. Okay? And this is not from flipping it. It came like this. Sent them photos. I did the video where I was showing you guys there was issues, but I sent photos first to Nabalis, and they were like, hey, yeah, that's a factory defect. They could tell in the photos. I thought as a new user, maybe I was being picky. Maybe this was designed like this. Maybe this is what it was supposed to be. No. It's supposed to be like this. Same handle gap. But, you know, as a new user, maybe you're wrong. You know, I'm so new to the hobby. I mean, I still love the cheese. I banged this thing up to all over the place. It's all banged up. You know, because it's public flipper. I take this one out more. I do more flipping with it. When I'm at home, I've been trying to flip the old Canyon. And then yesterday when I got this in, I dropped both the old one and the new one. Picked this out, lubed it up, it broke in within a day. Like, it's didn't need much lube. I think it's because of the momentum in this, because it's heavier than the cheese, but it feels nicer. It's grippier than the other Canyon. Like, for some reason it has like more grip to it compared to this one. And like I said, I changed out the hardware, but I'll keep it if Nabalis lets me, because I don't know if they want to wait 2 weeks for this to come back to them to see what's wrong with it. But if they let me keep it, I'm gonna probably eventually, I don't know when, because I want to do more reviews, I'll do some anoing to it, because I don't know how to ano. It's going to be a learning experience for me. But this thing, even though the momentum is different, it feels just like the cheese. But the smoothness, it's not bouncy, it's not, you know, it feels good. Comparable, $50 Balisong. $50 Balisong compared to a $75 to $80 Balisong. You know? If you're a new user, you'll love this thing. Even with that defected one, it was still good. This one's even better. Now that they sent me one out that I don't know whether they tuned it or they quality controlled it. But it feels nice. My opinion. Learning chaplain on this made it easier to chaplain on the cheese. Fanning on this, which I still feel like I suck at. Made it easier to learn. On this, which people said the fanning on this kind of sucked, and then they said that the chaplain on this sucked, which, look at me, chaplain, as a new user. Chaplain that way, and it's so we can chaplain that way. I remember, like, it follows the handle, and then I can chaplain this way. I can chaplain both ways, because even though this one has a defect, it still taught me how to chaplain better and fan better, and I could do it on the cheese where people had that complaint. So I think the heavier Balisong, because it's heavier, it's fully stainless steel. That's it. This where it's aluminum and then stainless steel, right? As a new user, this is great. Practice your tricks on this. and then switch to more, like, I wouldn't say expensive, mid-priced balisong, cheap balisong, and then, you know, $100, $200 up. It's going to be more expensive, but better. So this you can definitely grow with. Makes it easier to do balisongs on a lighter balisong tricks on a lighter balisong. But in comparison with the new Canyon and the old Canyon, this definitely feels better. Like, I was comparing these two, I was like, nah, I still like the cheese. The cheese is still better than this thing. I don't know why everybody hyped this thing up. And then had that issue where I had a defect. This one showed up. I started playing around with this one, and it's hard to choose now. I don't know which one I like better. I'm not planning on getting the trainer blade, only because the fact this flip's different than that one. It has a defect. It just makes it like I technically have a third different balisong. But I'm still gonna play around with these. Still gonna try to learn more tricks, but like I said, I'm not here to do the flashy stuff that everyone else does, because that's what they're into. That's not me. I'd rather sit here and do the same trick that I've been doing forever, which is, that's it. Sorry, I've been a little nervous, I guess, on the camera, which you guys already know what this trick is. You've seen it. It's just the repeating 8-ball. But, you know, most of the time I don't have room, and I can't come out here all the time. And can't exactly walk around with something that looks like a blade. Get stopped every time. Yeah, I could do it with the cheese, but then I'm just flipping that, and then it's not fair to just flip that, you know. So while I'm sitting on my chair at my desk, I could do this all day long until my arm gets tired, and use it as a fidget spinner, which that was my whole thing. Was it's an adult fidget spinner in my opinion. Sure, people use it as a hobby. People collect and everything, which I'm collecting, doing the unboxings. But, you know, I'm still growing with this, and it's coming from a newbie's experience. And they do send the same stuff in the boxes, but I just noticed that the end is bigger on the old one compared to the new one. And I know this one's the old ones because I've used it to wipe up stuff like oil and stuff off the old one. But that was my thing. The issue with the Canyon. It's not a bad $50 one, even if you have one that's messed up. You let Nabalis know, and they'll probably send you out a new one. But like and subscribe to Ballet Plus so we can grow and probably buy more balisongs, do more reviews, more unboxings from a newbie's experience and my journey with balisongs. Thank you guys. Bye. Alright, yeah. One more thing. Totally forgot. So I'm gonna have to stitch this second part into the other one, because that way you don't have two videos going on. I wanted to do a little bit sound comparison. This is the old one. This is the old one. So maybe some people were like, "Hey, what does it sound like?" You know. And then there was dogs and people out here talking, so try not to get that into my videos. This is the new one. So switched. Sorry, pardon. Should tell you that I switched. They sound about the same. Sometimes they don't clank unless you hold them the right way. Old one. If I can get this in the camera. Swing is it's good, and I had to ratchet down on this handle, the bite handle, a lot to try to get it close to the tuning that it has now, and I had to wear it in a little bit. And if you guys remember when I took this one apart in the last video, there was a gouge in one of the can't even think of it right now. Washers, sorry. This one, not even a day. Didn't even have to screw it or tune it or anything. Which I'm pretty sure they factory quality controlled this one, the new one, or they tuned it before they sent it to me. I don't know. This feels really good. And then obviously aluminum's gonna sound different. It has that little nice, like, rattly clacking sound compared to these things out because old one came in, tip was bent. I had to reprofile it, and I think I might do it to this one too, just to make it a little shorter, because sometimes when I mess with this one, I get myself around here because it's just that much longer. But it's not a bad thing. Anyways, sorry about leaving some of the stuff out. And like I said, like and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon if you can, so that way we can grow this channel. I know I don't really have subscribers or a lot of views right now, but hopefully we get there. If not, it's still fun. I'll still do the videos. I mean, why not? Yeah, but like, subscribe, donate to Patreon, see where this channel goes, everybody. Thank you, and goodbye.